Okay, pinagpalang araw po sa lahat sa pangalan nating Panginoon. At this point, isa pong karangalan na makasama dito sa ganitong pagkakataon para mapag-usapan namin itong topic na ito, which is historically more reliable, the Bible or the Quran. So, ito po ay isa pong usapin na dapat po mapagtunan ng pansin, especially in delivering some pieces of evidence to prove that, okay? So, sisimulan po natin ito sa ilang punto na dapat po natin mapag-isipan. And because the time is fleeting, mabilis lang, magbibigay lamang po tayo ng mga punto na masasabi natin bakit ang Bible ang more historically reliable than the Quran. Una sa lahat, we've got philosophical arguments for the reliability. Paano po natin masasabi po dyan? Point 1. Yung nature of revelation and testability. Sa Bible, the Bible ties its theological claims to verifiable historical events. Halimbawa na po dito yung muling pagkabuhay ni Kristo. By placing itself in specific historical context, the Bible opens itself to scrutiny and historical testing. Siyempre, andyan po yung nakakabit po dito yung historical claims, katulad na lamang yung muling pagkabuhay ni Kristo na mayroon na siyang central teaching ng Christian message. How about the Quran? The Quran claims to be a direct and eternal word of God but does not ground its theological authority in verifiable historical events. Halimbawa na lamang po yung ibang punto de vista may kinalaman saan kay Jesus sa Islam, for example na lang, na kung saan I even asked some Muslim friends kung meron ba silang may papakita na historical data na nagpapatunay na itong si Isa ng Quran ay nag-exist. But as of now, until today, wala pa rin. But I hope that our Muslim friend Mr. Domer or like of Suna will give his best on delivering this. Unlike the Bible, which involves multiple authors writing in varied historical contexts, the Quran is solely based on Muhammad's testimony of angelic revelation, nang walang independent verification. Next one, philosophical coherence and openness to criticism. You see, ang Bible, talagang open siya sa criticism. Lalo na pagdating halimbawa sa mga discussions ko sa mga atheist friends natin, open na open ito sa criticism, so to speak. Siyempre, Luke's Gospel, for example, begins with an explicit statement about investigating eyewitness accounts na matatagpuan sa Luke chapter 1 verses 1 to 4. How about the Quran? The Quran discourages critical inquiry into its origins, focusing on its linguistic beauty as evidence of divine authorship. So, unlike the Bible na open sa criticism, ang Quran po hindi. How about documentary evidence test? You see, sa Bible, the Bible's manuscript tradition is unmatched in ancient literature. Sa Old Testament pa lang, meron tayong Dead Sea Scrolls na yung halimbawa na lamang yung Isaiah scroll, ito po ay magkatulad sa Masoretic text at sa mga Bible translation na meron tayo ngayon. Ang New Testament naman, we have 5,800 Greek manuscripts exist, some dating within 25 to 50 years of the originals. Halimbawa na lamang yung Ryland's Papyrus or P52 and Codex Sinaiticus. Scholars like F.F. Bruce and Sir Frederick Kenyon affirm that the New Testament's textual integrity is unparalleled. How about the Quran? The Quran's textual preservation is less transparent. Paano naman nangyari yon? It was compiled decades after Muhammad's death under Caliph Uthman. The process involved burning competing copies which eliminated evidence of earlier textual variations. So nasunog daw yung ilang mga kopya ng Quran na hindi sang-ayon sa standard version ni Uthman, so to speak. Also, manuscripts like the Sanaa Palimpsest reveals textual differences, challenging the claim that the Quran has been perfectly preserved. And then the existence of different Quranic recitations, halimbawa yung Hafs at Warsh, further undermines the claim of textual uniformity. How about internal consistency? Ang Biblia ay isinulat ng mahigit na pong mga manunulat. Over 1,500 years. And yet, the Bible demonstrates remarkable internal consistency sa kanyang theological message, historical claims, at narrative structure. You see, sa Bible, in Genesis, paradise lost. In Revelation, paradise regained. Everything in between is the story of redemption, so to speak. Particularly, yung redemption na ginawa ng Diyos sa pamamagitan ni Kristo. But how about the Quran? The Quran contains internal tensions and even contradictions, so to speak. Alam nyo, kahit diyan napapasok yung tinatawag na abrogation. Also, meron ding misunderstanding of biblical narratives. Halimbawa, yung tungkol kay Mary na ina ni Kristo, si Miriam sa Quran, pero kapatid siya ni Aaron at ni Moises. So, how can our Muslim friends justify that? Siyempre, we've got historical evidence gaya po dun sa Bible, so to speak. Sa Old Testament, we've got Tel Dan Steel na nagkumpirma sa existence ni King David. Sa New Testament naman, we've got Pool of Bethsaida at saka yung inscription ni Pontius Pilate. Hindi mawawala dyan yung mga non-Christian sources such as Josephus and Tacitus corroborated key details of Jesus' life, gaya ng kanyang kamatayan sa krus sa pamamagitan ni Poncio Pilato. But in the Quran, lack of corroboration naman. Paano? Sa halimbawa, Surah chapter 89 verse 6 to 8, no? It describes Iram, the city of pillars, pero walang archaeological evidence na sumusuporta diyan. Bukod dito, the Quran claims Pharaoh's body was preserved as a sign, Surah 1092. Pero walang ebidensya na nagpapatunay that a mummified pharaoh was discovered in this context. And syempre, hindi mawawala yung eyewitness testimony na kung saan ang Biblia ay nagdedeklara na mayroong mga nakasaksi sa mga pangyayari. Like for example, about the death and resurrection of Jesus, for example na lang. Pero sa Quran, the Quran is based solely on Muhammad's claim of receiving revelations from the angel Gabriel, pero wala pong independent witnesses sa nasabing event. Ngayon, to end this bago tayo matapos dyan, kung titingnan naman natin, yamang more reliable naman kasi ito based on historical approach. Why the Bible's record of Jesus is more reliable than the Quran's isa? Diyan po tayo mag-focus dito at this point of time. Sa biblical Jesus, you see, meron tayong eyewitness testimony. The Gospels were written within the lifetimes of those who knew Jesus. We have external sources. Nabanggit na po kanina sina Tacitus, Josephus, at maging mga early Christian writings noong 1st to 3rd century. We've got that. We've got also archaeological findings like yung mga inscription tungkol kay Pontius Pilate, Tiberius, existence ng Bethlehem, Nazareth, Jerusalem, you name it. How about the Quran? The Quran's depiction of Isa diverges significantly from historical records. Like for example, yung Surah 4:157 kung saan sinasabing si Kristo daw ay hindi namatay by means of crucifixion. Pero kinukontra nito yung well-attested historical evidence dyan. Pangalawa, Isa in the Quran lacks the historical grounding of the Jesus of the Gospel accounts. Wala pong eyewitness accounts, wala pong corroboration doon sa Quranic version nito. And also, the Quranic portrayal seems influenced by the apocryphal writings, gaya ng so-called Gospel of Thomas, so-called Gospel of Philip, so-called Gospel of Mary, and the rest of it. So you see, kung titignan po natin ito, the Bible is more historically reliable kaysa sa Quran. Bakit? May 4 points tayong mapapansin. Point 1, extensive manuscript evidence demonstrating faithful transmission. Point 2, internal consistency across diverse authors and centuries. Point 3, corroboration with archaeological discoveries and external historical sources. And lastly, eyewitness testimony and detailed historical events or context, particularly concerning Jesus. So,